Hello, Diana, and welcome again to our recording studio.
Hi, Fraser.
We are unfolding your journey. We found another series amongst your portfolios as we do our daily explorations, and it is titled Women of Ancient. And we've just seen the videos as we watch it now again, and can you please explain to me and the listeners about what this series has meant to you while you were painting it and as you objectively view it now?
You make two very good points. As I sit here with you now, looking at them again, I have rather a different concept, feeling, perspective on all these pieces from the past. It brings up all kinds of things for me. It reminds me of before my illness and after my illness. There's a lot of work to do with looking for self many moons ago, shall we say, and up to my near-death experience, and then going forth with all kinds of feelings of either what I went through the past or what I was going through in the present. I thought they were all terrible pieces at the time, because I think we're a lot of times our own worst critics. But I had made myself a promise years and years ago that I was not going to study this time from others about painting. It was fresh for me, never done any of it before, but I was really looking for the true Diana. And there's a lot of noise out in the world, and it's very hard to get to that. And so I put myself in a position, and I think maybe the universal mind did too, by having me almost die in 1993. I was 80 pounds and almost brain dead. And I came back from that. It took quite a few years, but in the meantime I had painted my past to some degree, and I was now painting my present, and eventually my future, or I should say my now. I caught up with myself, and so that's what these ancient figures are for me. I think they might be part of a collective experience of what I felt women had gone through eons and eons ago. Also what I had gone through before I almost died, and being almost, I'm not religious, but being reborn again, and catching up with my past, then living in the now, and then continuing to do that for future years. So they mean a lot to me now when I look at them. I'm so glad that I did this for me. It's not about how well do I paint technically. It's about what am I, how do I feel, what was going on, where have I come from, where am I going?
Right.
And it's just an amazing journey.
Mm-hmm.
Scary, wonderful, euphoric, sad, it's all of it. And I think I've represented that in my work. And the way I work is in the now, even if it's something about the past. If something comes up for me in the now, I immediately go to the drawing board and get it out, quote unquote.
Yeah, address it.
Yeah, I do. And that got me cleaned from the past. I understand where I came from in that life of 51 years that I didn't quite die. And I made my peace, and these were the things that were important to me: to know who I am, to make my peace, and to be who I truly am. So that's basically what I see now, and thank God I did it. However, when I was doing it, I was very critical of myself, like I'm not good enough as a painter, I'm not this, I'm not that, and yet I wanted the truth of me.
Yes.
And I dared to do it, and now I'm daring to show it.
Well, we thank you for showing it. I think even just to elaborate on the last point about, not feeling as if we're achieving high enough standards and that kind of idea. I think even before one is a painter or one is a, secretary or a mechanic or a baker or anything, I think at all of our base, we are all humans, and this series that we have in front of us shows a lot of emotion and struggle and hardship and fear and reaching the pinnacles of ecstasy and happiness and traveling our way through life and what times may appear to be something completely foreign and scary, and how did we get here, and but we can all share those common feelings and common experiences. And I find, like you said, a collective, a kind of a collective witnessing to what no doubt women have felt, men as well. I can attest for that, and I think it's a piece of many pieces of art in which we can all relate to. And yes, the struggles of hardships of women, they have been singled out, and but I feel that they have extremely admirable characteristic of strength and determination and leadership and wisdom, many of which people have ignored because of prejudices and things like that. And I think even in men, the lost the lost part of their male person needs to be readdressed, and I think a lot of women, they need to address their feminine side as well. And I think we see how you have addressed your side, and do you feel that you have any more to learn as a woman and as a universal being?
I'll never stop. I realized looking at this that I had drawn my past and maybe feelings that maybe I have been to these places at one time, in the memory of my soul, etc. I have drawn my present, and I am now in a place where I am now drawing also, looking at the future, unknown realities. Where from this does one go when the body dies, and what more will I experience, and in what form, etc., etc. And so my new paintings in the last a couple of years have really now started on that track. So I'm at peace with my past. I have dealt with my present and will continue to always. I choose to live in the now. But I'm also looking at what am I not familiar with that is possible. So it never ends for me, and it never will.
Sure. And I guess one kind of question to have some fun, and that would be, if you were to travel to the ancient, where would you travel, and what time would you travel to?
I have no idea as you asked me that question. I just know that things seem to unfold for me as I am either ready or maybe not. And it's in the now that I listen, I feel, and I hear, and I do.
Well, we draw this to a close here in the now, and I do thank you.
Thank you too, Fraser, very much.
My pleasure.